Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm super grateful and happy to have Eric coming out from his busy schedule to be here today with us. So before I start, can everyone tell us where you are from, your country and state in the chat group so that we know where you're from, which country or which state in Malaysia? Eric went from being an unknown local trainer in Singapore to a celebrated global speaker, all thanks to social media. Prior to COVID-19, Eric traveled all around the world. His record was 35 countries in a year to teach salespeople and entrepreneurs how to use social media to attract paying customers without running ads. On his birthday, 1st January, he launched his podcast, highly sought after, and within a few days, his podcast topped the Apple charts under marketing in Singapore, Philippines, and Malaysia. Tonight, he's going to share with you 5 simple personal branding strategies to help you to sell more and sell easily in 2021. Let us welcome Eric with typing lots of 888 in the chat group.
Hey guys, hi, 大家好.
Hi Eric.
Yo,
I'm so happy to have you. So the
thank
floor
you very
is
much for having me.
Yes, and the floor is for you. By the way,
Oh,
Eric
okay.
is actually now streaming from
Singapore.
Video shooting area, right?
Yes, we just finished
Nice backdrop.
filming. Okay, hi everyone, my name is Eric Feng, and for those of you who do not know me, I'll do a very short introduction about myself, and then you guys can feel free to ask me questions about personal branding. So the year was 2008 when I first pivoted from being a professional speaker, from a computer science guy to a professional speaker. So in the past, I used to be in engineering. But because, I was very, very young back then, it was really difficult to get, my customers to buy me. So if any one of you watching this right now, you are extremely young, you're new in the real estate business or you're new in your business, I can perfectly understand how you feel. So I was very lucky that I have one mentor of mine who gave me one of the best advice. He said to me that people will not value you unless you are a somebody. People will not value you unless you are a somebody. And that was when I got started in my personal branding journey. There was social media back then, and I started putting myself out there on social media, sharing content, teaching, doing live streaming. And I believe that was one of the most important reasons why I was able to move from being a Singapore trainer to be a global speaker. All right. And today, I'd love to also share with you guys how you can also use social media to build your personal brand so that more people can know you, like you, and respect you, so that you will be well paid as well. Right. So today I have prepared about 5 secrets. All right, so I know today is like a training, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 personal branding strategies that's going to help you sell more and sell easily. Now, the very first thing I want to emphasize is that if your potential customers do not know you, they do not like you, they do not respect you, then your business is going to die. And the reason is because of competition. In the past, if there is no real estate agent, no financial advisor, no entrepreneur, right, you are the only one, then you don't need personal brand, right? Because you are the only choice, right? But today, when our consumers like myself, we are spoiled for choice. There's so many real estate agents out there in JB, in Malaysia that can help me. There are so many financial advisors that can work with me. I am spoiled for choice. So if you don't stand out from your competition, then you're not going to be selected. So you can be the best real estate agent, in your country, but if your potential customers don't know you, don't like you, don't respect you, you will never be given an opportunity to serve them. So I think the very first thing I'd like all of you guys to write down on your pen and paper is these 3 criteria. A lot of times people talk about, hey, how do I invest in my personal brand? There are 3 things you need to pay attention to. Number 1 is your visibility. All right. So, by the way, I'm speaking a lot in English. Anyone here, prefer me to also speak a little bit of Mandarin? 有谁也是希望我能用中文来解释的吗？虽然我的中文不是很好啦，可是我可以试试看。Right? Because just now I see how Jordan is actually introducing me in English. So if you guys want me to do a little bit of Mandarin, just put there Y, E, and S. Okay. I see that there are 46 of you guys right now on live, and so I want to just officially welcome every single one of you to the show, okay? So, the first thing that you guys want to take note of is K, L, and R, right? The first one is visibility. Do your potential customers know you? So, for example, if you are in Kuala Lumpur, if I'm looking to buy, sell, and rent a property, will your name be at the top of my mind, all right? Because if your name is not at the top of my mind, then you will not have a chance to sell. So 第一呢 K 代表的就是曝光率 alright? Now number 2 is when you appear in my mind, do I think positively about you? Do I like you? Do I feel good about you? 我喜欢你吗？我觉得我对你有好感吗？ And this is actually extremely important, and I'll tell you why. The reason is because life is a popularity game where people buy people first. Before a person buys what you sell, they will look at you and ask themselves, do I like you? Because if they don't like you, they will never be open to your influence. This is how biased people are today. So the second thing you want to work on is L, 就是 likability, right? 一个人会喜欢你吗？你的亲和力 alright? 第一是曝光率，第二呢就是亲和力。First, visibility. Second is your likability. Now the third one is this. If I like you, I'll be your friend. But if I respect you, I will do business with you. 如果我喜欢你的话，我跟你做朋友。但如果我尊敬你的话，我会和你谈生意。Alright, so today, every one of you here, you are all here because you want to do business, right? You want to do a good business. So therefore, you cannot just have your followers or your customers liking you. You need to make sure that your followers and your customers, they also respect you for your knowledge. That's your R, right? Which is your credibility. Alright, credibility is very, very, very important, which is 你的可信度. Alright, so 曝光率很重要. Alright, and then 你的亲和力还有你的可信度. Alright, so knowing you, liking you, respect you. So that's how you determine whether you have a personal brand. So if any one of you ask me today, hey Eric, do I have a personal brand? Very simple. All right, I'm going to go to your market. Let's say if Jordan asks me, Eric, do I have a personal brand? I will ask Jordan, who is your target market? And if Jordan tell me my target market are millennials in JB. Now, when I interview the millennials in JB, I will ask them, do you know who is Jordan? If the answer is no, Jordan already failed at level 1 branding. But if they say, oh, I know Jordan, right? He's from IQI, and he's a real estate agent, he's a leader. And then the next question I'll ask them is, 你喜欢他吗？你对他有好感吗？ You like him or not? And if the answer is yes, I like him as well, then Jordan has passed at the 2nd level, right? And then the last level that's very, very important is, of course, do you learn from Jordan? Like, have you ever consumed information from Jordan about how to invest in property, how to be a good leader? And if they say, yes, I've been learning from Jordan, I'm listening to what he teaches, then you can say that Jordan has personal branding at all 3 levels. All right. So that's essentially what we are talking about here today. So let's take a look at who's online right now. So we have Jovan. Jovan Ng, thank you very much for helping me to take notes in Mandarin. And we also have Yong Li, right? Or Li Ming helping me to summarize the key points as well. So I really love it. Okay, good. Now, so we're going to cover the first point. Okay, there are a total of 5 strategies I'm going to teach you. And of course, after every strategy, we will take time to answer questions. Okay, so feel free to ask me any questions. You can leave it in the comment section. Now, but before we do that, okay, let me teach you something fun on social media. Right now, so what I'd like you guys to do right now is I want all of you to hit the share button. Okay, you see, one of the best things you can do right now to build your following is to be generous. right? The best way to grow your following is to be generous, is to constantly be helpful, constantly be sharing value. And one of the best way that you can give value is whenever you are learning something, you share what you learn with your followers. And when your followers, who are basically your potential customers, they know that you are into learning, right? They will have respect for you. Because as a consumer, I want my real estate agent, I want my insurance agent to always be learning, all right? 一直在学习。So here's what I'd like you guys to do right now. So I want all of you, all right, go to your screen below. There is a share button. I want all of you to hit the share button. And then once you hit the share button, I'd like you guys to share to as many groups as possible, to share to all the friends that you have, your potential customers, invite them, to join you to watch this learning. Okay, so I just did it. I also shared with 2 to 3 of my big groups. Okay, and I'd like you guys to do the same. Once you finish doing that, I'd like you guys to leave a comment and say share. Okay, and then we officially start. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Jovan says, I smacked my share button just now. All right, very good. So let's do that. And before we proceed to our first strategy, okay? All right. Let me just take on my notes as well. All right, strategy number 1, write it down. You need to dominate a niche. You need to dominate a niche. If competition is healthy, domination is immunity. So 在你的市场的时候，你不要做第一，你要做唯一。我每次跟我的徒弟讲说，当你们在做你们的打造你们个人品牌的时候呢，不要去做 number 1，不要做第一，因为第一有时候会被取代的。但是如果你是在你市场上的唯一，你就没有人会取代你。听过吗？王力宏有唱一首歌叫《你就是我的唯一》，记得吗？听过吗？所以呢，当我们在做生意的时候，你要做唯一，不要做第一。所以大家可以写在你的 comment section。Number 1, no, you want to be the only one. All right, so if you want to stand out from your competition and you want to be noticed by your potential customers, you need to find your niche. You need to dominate. So let me give you a very simple analogy. Okay, if I put you in the sea right now, 我把你放在大海, all right, no one will notice you. In fact, you may even be eaten up by all the bigger fishes, right? And that's the end of your career. However, if I put you in a small pond, 小池塘, all right, which represents a smaller market, a targeted market, a focused market, you realize that there will be less competition, the environment is a lot more nurturing, and the chances of you getting noticed is a lot higher, right? So it's a very simple game. If you try to go after the entire Malaysia as your market, you will fail. No one will pay attention to you. But if you try to go after a certain smaller market, maybe you're going after the first-time homeowners, or maybe you're going after millennials, maybe you're only going after parents, the mommy's market. The more focused your market is, the easier for you to be the only one and not just number 1. So I think the very first thing you need to do is to be focused. Now, once you know that there's a certain market that you want to dominate, the best part is this: when you become a superstar in one small market, you will be invited to swim and invited to do business in other markets as well. So I give you a personal example. When I first started, my biggest mistake, right, is I tried to go after everyone. Right? 当我那时候在开始做培训的时候呢，我谁都通杀的嘛，只要你付钱我就教课。可是这样的话呢，大家不会记得你 ，right? Because if you try to go after everyone, people will not remember you, right? But if you start focusing, people will remember you. So I realized that for some reason I love working with the insurance people a lot back then, right? So I started doing a lot of training for the insurance market. And I do well in the market. And you see, the thing is this. Today, right, people want to hire specialists, not generalists. 人家要的是你专一，懂吗？ So when they notice that, hey, wow, Eric Feng focuses on the insurance market only, they will feel like, I'm unique, I'm different. I'm going to give advice that is very personalized to that particular market. And so my career went up when I started focusing on one small market, which is the insurance market. And I did very, very well in that market. And here's the best part. When you start doing well in one small market, you will be invited to go to other markets. And that's how you grow. So, of course, the next closest market to the insurance market is, of course, the real estate market. Real estate market, they're all selling a service, they are all entrepreneurs, and they're also very young. So therefore, if whatever I teach the insurance world, it's extremely applicable in the real estate world. And then subsequently, I started dominating the real estate world and then moving on to the network marketing world. And that's how my influence grew. So the key is this: when you have a spoonful of sugar, right, you don't pour it in a sea, all right? No one can taste the sweetness. You want to pour it in a cup of water. The smaller the cup, the better, because the sweeter the water will be, the more focused it is. So that's the key, all right? I need you guys to learn how to focus on 1 to 2 markets and be the only choice in that market. Now, once you know what that market is, go study that market, all right? Find out what are their interests, right? What are their preferences? Find out what are their frustrations. I think frustration is one of the most important things that you need to learn. You see, people don't appreciate your solution unless they're convinced that, they have a problem. So when you go into a market, don't focus on selling property. Don't focus on selling investments. Don't. Focus on finding out what are the challenges that they're facing when it comes to buying, selling, and renting property, right? Make sure you understand what's the problem, then you introduce your service. A lot of times we rush to go to the market and immediately we just sell them everything we have in IQI or in any company that you come from. But the key is to make sure that once you know what's the certain market, go in and find out what are 2 to 3 problems that they have, 2 to 3 frustrations that they have, 2 to 3 pains that they have, and then find ways to help them solve the problem. When you do it well, you will start to get a good word of mouth. People will start spreading your name, and that's how you grow your influence. Okay, all right. So at the core of strategy number 1 is immersion， 就是我要你专一。当你专一的时候呢，你就会变成别人的唯一。All right， 今天呢，你们可以慢慢写下来。When you focus on a small market, you can dominate it. Remember, if competition is healthy, domination is immunity. That's the key to personal branding. All right， 你要做人家的唯一，首先你要专一。哇，今天我觉得我的中文还不错嘛，哈。Jordan 知道了啦，我的中文是七七八八的，所以你们要原谅我 ，OK？ 可是就这样讲先吧，好不好 ？OK， now if you guys have any questions, please let me know, all right, and leave them in the comment section below. Okay. Number 2, when it comes to personal branding, it's more important to be different than be better. 当你在做个人品牌的时候呢，重要的是你要跟人家知道，你要让人家知道你的与众不同在哪里。All right, it's very important that you let people know what's different about you. Because when I compare one real estate agent with another real estate agent, right, as a consumer, it's very hard for me to know who is better. Unless I engage you, then I'll know who is better. So don't try to sell that you'll have better service, because it's better is an opinion. It's very hard to compare. All right. So always ask yourself, what is different about you? Sell your difference. So for example, even though I may be working with different markets, but I would tell people that I specialize only in 3 markets. I'm insurance, real estate, network marketing. I don't do anything else. So because of that, I'm very different from a lot of my competition, right? My competition is also teaching social media, but Eric is different. Eric focused on our market. Therefore, they remember me more. If you want people to remember you, you need to be different. Right? 你要人家记得你的话，你要不同，你要让人家知道你不同在哪里。All right? 然后当人家知道你不同，然后你再让人家知道你比大家都优秀。You are better than everybody else. But when you're marketing yourself, always market your difference first. Now, so how do you uncover your uniqueness? How do you make sure that you are different? Right? So first thing first, you need to understand what are your talents and what are your strengths. 你的才华在哪？ What are you good at? If you are a people person like me, like you have a lot of energy, you're very enthusiastic, your life is extremely exciting, then use that as a way to promote yourself. That, hey, you know what? If I'm become your advisor, I'll make sure that not only do you find your dream home, I'll make sure that you live a better life, because I always believe that, it's all about living the best life ever. That immediately set you apart from everybody else already, because everybody is just selling a house, but you're selling them a house and you're giving them a better life, because that's your uniqueness, right? 跟你在一起，大家都觉得非常多的正能量, your energy is high and they feel good. So if you communicate that, then people know, oh, if I want energy, I'll go to this person, I'll go to Jordan, I'll go to whoever that is. All right. So it's extremely important that you know what your talents and your strengths are. What are you good at doing? Are you good at doing research? Are you good at video editing? Are you good at singing? You know, recently in Singapore, there was a real estate agent. He actually sang a song. 那首歌呢，其实是那个谁唱的啊？陶喆唱的，好像是陶喆。明天我要嫁给你，哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒，记得这首歌吗？好像是陶喆吧。Right, and so it was a song, a Chinese song, and he turned that song around to promote one of a house in Punggol. All right, so this guy has a talent for singing, he has a talent for expressing himself, so he used that as his uniqueness to promote a property. All right, see, everybody also know how to promote a property, but he does it differently using his uniqueness, using his strengths. So it's extremely important that you need to understand what your strengths are. I got another one of my mentees who's very good at drawing. All right, very good at design. So what he does is that he always read books about investment. He read book about property. And after he finished reading a book, he would summarize the book in notes. All right, 他会做画画，给人家看一下那个大纲。所以呢，我做顾客，我就不用去读那本书，我看他的大纲，我就大概知道这本书在说什么。那就是价值 ，that's value. All right, so you need to understand what your strengths are. You need to understand what your talents are, and then use your strengths and talents, to do your business. Right? So it makes your business a lot more unique, a lot more special. Right? Number 2, you need to also understand your personality. What is your personality? There's a place that I recommend you. It's called 16personalities.com. 16personalities.com. All right. And what you can do is that you can go to that website, you fill in the questionnaire, it's free of charge, and it would tell you what your strengths are, it would tell you what's your uniqueness, 你特别在哪里, it will tell you 你的个性是什么, what's your personality. And based on that, you will get a lot of ideas on how you can market yourself and how you sell yourself. Let me tell you something. A lot about personal branding has got to do with self-awareness. 你要打造自己的个人品牌，最重要是要了解自己。你要了解自己的强点在哪里，你要了解自己的优秀在哪里，你要了解自己的特点在哪里，然后这样的话，你才可以跟人家告诉大家你的那个优势在哪里。All right, so Irina says Myers-Briggs fantastic. In fact, 16 personality is actually based on Myers-Briggs. So it's just that 16 personality a lot more fun. So you all can go try it. Okay. Now, and also number 3 advice for you is, go interview your customers, right? Ask your customers what sets you apart from all your other competition. 我告诉你，你的顾客其实是最了解你的。你要去问一下顾客，为什么呢？在马来西亚这么大，有这么多房地产的顾问，为什么他偏偏就要选择你？ Why in Malaysia or in Singapore, wherever you're watching this video, there are so many options. Why did they choose to work with you? If you know the answer, then you would know what makes you different. So one of the habits that I'll love you guys to really have in mind is every time, someone engage you for business, all right? Always ask them, why me? 当一个人呢去DM 你私讯你的时候，告诉你说你可以帮我吗？你就跟他讲说，谢谢你，我真的会很开心，我很乐意的去帮你。可我很好奇，在马来西亚有这么多顾问，你为什么选择我？你觉得我的优秀在哪里？我的特别在哪里？ Right? Make sure you ask that question by default, so that all the input from your customers will tell you exactly what sets you apart from everybody else, so you know how to communicate a difference. All right. So remember, the next few days, go talk to all your customers, call them, ask them, why do you choose to do business with me? What sets me apart from everybody else? Go and look for all the common words that becomes your unique selling point. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna pause there. Thank you very much, Thomas. You're the best. Why now? Why me? All right. Yeah. So especially why me when it comes to personal branding. So I highly recommend you guys to go do that. Okay. 为什么? All right. Why me? All right. So if you find what I've shared with you today very valuable, I've just shared with you 2 secrets. I still got 3 more. If you find it valuable, could you help me hit the heart button, the like button? At least I will know that you guys are getting value from today, because I can't see your faces. 看不到你们的脸。 你喜欢听歌吗？我超爱唱歌哎。有谁喜欢听歌唱歌的吗？改天一起看好不好 ？Jordan 呢，大哥，我还没有跟你一起唱歌哎，还没有一起 K 的。So hopefully one day when I get to go to Malaysia, I can hang out with you guys and we'll all hang out together and sing songs, okay? So you see, that's a way to build relationship as well, through your passion, through your interest. You know, so people will say, hey, what makes Eric very different from everybody else? Oh, you know, I like Eric a lot because Eric and we have a similar hobby. We love singing, we love board games. So this is how you make yourself stand out. If you're just going to sell your service, right, it's very hard to tell which real estate agent is better. 很难讲的. It's very, very difficult. So your key is to 了解自己, self-awareness. Use your strength, use your personality, use your talents as a way to promote yourself, to help people to remember you. Okay? Thank you very much. I sing. Thank you for all your likes and shares. Now let's talk about the third one. The third one in terms of building your personal brand is you must demonstrate your expertise. 你要让人家知道你的好 right? 所以呢，你看，好像今天大家都可以讲说，哦 ，Eric Feng 是一个非常好的一个讲师，大家是不会信你的。老王卖瓜，自卖自夸。你不要告诉别人说你多好，你要展示一下你真的有多好。所以呢 ，in the world of real estate or in the world of insurance, depending which business you are, I need you to demonstrate your expertise, your knowledge, you know, because if I do not know whether you have knowledge or not, how can I trust you to do business with you? So one of the things that you need to do is to make sure that you make sure that you consume information first. 就是说 if you want to be a good teacher, you need to first be a good student. Like what you guys are doing right now, you know, you guys are making time this evening learning from me, which I'm super privileged, super honored, right? And I love doing this. And the key is this, but there's no way I can give you good knowledge if I have not been consuming good knowledge. Rubbish in, rubbish out. Value in, value out. So if you want to demonstrate your expertise, which is strategy number 3, 你要展示你的 knowledge, all right? Knowledge 叫什么？你的知识, all right? You need to make sure that you're constantly educating yourself. You're constantly 自修, you're constantly improving your own knowledge, right? So one of the habits that I would love you guys to have is every day you must spend time reading or studying about your area of expertise. So if you're a real estate agent, then every day you need to be, you know, learning about real estate investments. You need to know how's the market doing. You need to know how to negotiate better. You need to know a little bit about feng shui, interior design, everything about real estate 你要懂. Because today there are no stupid people, they're just lazy people. 今天的这个世界，因为有网际网络，我告诉你，今天是没有傻人，只有懒惰的人，明白吗？没有傻瓜，只有懒人。所以你的顾客很多时候他们很忙，他们没有时间去看书，没有时间去做事，所以你要帮他们做事，你要帮他们学习，你帮他们自修。这样的话，他们觉得哇，跟你在一起非常好，我会学到很多东西。所以呢，当他们可以从你当中学到东西的时候呢，他们就开始的自然而然的，他们就会信任你。You know, today there are no stupid people; they're just lazy people, and it's understandable because you know we're all busy people. We have no time to go online to consume information. So your customers rely on you to help them. Right, to get information because they're busy. So learn about your area of expertise. Read books, watch videos, interview smart people. The more you know, the more people will be attracted to you. Because every time you share something, you know, and people go like, wow, I didn't know about this. Or wow, I'm learning something from you. Immediately, they will respect you. 当一个人可以跟你从中学到东西的时候呢，他们受益不浅的时候，他们开始就会尊敬你。They will start to respect you. And that's what's very important when it comes to personal brand. Remember I told you, if I like you, I'll just be your friend. But if I respect you, I'll do business with you. So the only way I can do business with you is if I can learn something from you that I never know. So you cannot, as a property agent, as an insurance agent, financial advisor, network marketer, you cannot only know about your properties. You cannot only know about your products. You must know more. The more you know, the more people will be attracted to you. Understand? If your knowledge level is only at 3, you will only attract customers who are 1 and 2. But if your knowledge level is 7, you will attract customers that are at 7 and below. All right? So if you want to attract high quality customers, then you need to have a high quality brain. Okay? All right, so that's the key. Remember, at the end of the day, the amount of money you make is simply the market's feedback of your value. The amount of money you make is simply the market's feedback of your value. All right, exactly. Learning should never stop. 𝓆𝓟𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜 says learning should never stop. The moment you stop learning, we start dying. Another one of my favorite verses, I forgot what's his name already. It's a speaker. He says this: if you work hard on your job, you make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. So I want you guys to, don't just work hard on your job, but work hard on yourself. All right. And when you work hard on yourself and you 自修, you learn, you improve your knowledge, and you share that knowledge, all right, you realize that, wow, you know what? People will actually be extremely respecting of you. Okay. So let me summarize. I've shared a total of 3 strategies already. Strategy number 1, focus on one market, dominate it, all right? Be the only one in that market. Strategy number 2 is know yourself better, know your talents and your strengths so that you can be different and then better, okay? Be different then better. Strategy number 3, demonstrate your expertise. And the only way you can demonstrate your expertise if you're spending time consuming and learning so that everything that comes out of your mouth is golden. All right, now, 2 more points and then we'll go into Q&A. I think number 4 is this. Number 4 is you must show you must show proof of your popularity. You must let people know that you are very popular. All right, let me explain something very, very important. 我先用英文，然后我试着用中文，好不好？英文是这样讲的 ：If you are a nobody, even your words of wisdom will sound like bullshit. But if you are a somebody, even your bullshit sounds like words of wisdom. 当你这个人呢是一个无名人士，你讲的多好，人家都把你当成放屁。可是当你是有一个你有那个个人品牌的时候 ，you are somebody， 大家都认识你，你胡说八道，大家都觉得你讲的非常好。你们了解吗 ？All right, so this is something that I realized about the business world. So you need to be a somebody. You need to show people that you're very popular. 当人家觉得哇，很多人都很喜欢你的时候，大家都要跟你在一起。就是因为这样，所以艺人非常出名。当艺人可以让大家知道他是很受欢迎的时候呢，更多人都会很想跟他在一起。So it's the same thing with strategy number 4. You need to show proof of your growing popularity. We join long queues, we visit restaurants that are popular, we read books that have good reviews, we watch videos that go viral, we buy products that are nearly sold out. If no one buy that product, no one else will buy it. But when everybody buy that product, everyone else also wants it, right? 就是这样. So you need to show your popularity. So how do you show your popularity? Number 1, collect testimonials. Every time you do a good job with your customers, collect the testimonials and share the testimonials every time. Every time someone says something good about you, share it so that people know that you're really good. All right, and therefore people want to do business with you. Number 2, every time your customer do sweet things for you, they cook for you, they bake for you, they buy things for you, they drive you home, they take care of you, they write cards for you, they buy gifts for you. Show them on Instagram, show them on Facebook. Because when people see that your customers treat you well, in their mind, they'll tell themselves, you must have done a great job. And therefore, they also want to do business with you. Number 3, associate yourself with popular people, popular and credible people. There's a saying, right? 近朱者赤，近墨者黑. All right, so if you hang out with people who are popular and credible, everybody will also associate you as popular and credible. Right? So you want to make sure that you're always hanging out with people with big influence who can help you in the business. Of course, number 4, make sure you are the best real estate agent, best insurance agent. So win your industry awards. Make sure you get featured on papers, on media, and do well on social media. Every time you produce videos, you write articles, you get a lot of likes and comments. All this tells people that you are very popular, and therefore more people want to do business with you. So all these things are extremely important. All right. Okay. Last one. Before we go into Q&A, and that is be your own biggest fan. All right. Nobody will value you unless you first value yourself. Nobody will value you unless you first value yourself. So it's extremely important that you love yourself. You care about yourself. All right. So what I would suggest you to do is this. There are a few things you need to do. You see, no amount of strategies will help you be a somebody if you yourself don't see yourself as a somebody. I remember at the beginning when I was building my personal brand, I do a lot of social media stuff, but I don't get results. And my mentor said to me this: Until you see yourself as a somebody, people will always treat you as a nobody. Until you see yourself as a somebody, people will always treat you as a nobody. Exactly what 𝓆𝓟𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜 said. Your self-worth comes from yourself. How people treat you is a reflection of how you see yourself. So I need you to see yourself as the best version of yourself. You need to see yourself the best. Because when you see yourself as the best, people will start to treat you accordingly. All right. So here are some things that I encourage you guys to start doing so that you have a very good relationship with yourself, so that you have higher self-worth. Number one is you need always constantly be learning. Right? Every time you're like what you're doing right now, or you make time to watch this live stream, whether you're watching it now or you're watching the recording, doesn't matter. But the fact that you make time to improve yourself already tells you that 你是有价值的, you got value, you're worth it. All right, and that's how you increase your self-worth. So one way to increase your self-worth is to improve yourself. Second way, to improve your self-worth is every day ask yourself, what do you like about yourself? All right, find things that you are happy about yourself. In fact, let's practice this. All right, there's about nearly 70 plus of you watching this right now. Write down there on the comment section, what is one thing that you appreciate about yourself? 你有什么东西你是非常欣赏的？你对自己有什么方面是很有欣赏的？ All right, could you write that down? And I want to read it. I want to read some of it. Okay, because that's the key. That's the key to increasing your self-worth. You need to tell yourself, what is it that you appreciate about yourself? And every day do that. All right, today you might appreciate something about your appearance. Number two, the next day you can appreciate something about the results you created in your business. Every day find different things to appreciate about yourself, and that's how you increase your self-worth. All right, now, and of course, I think the last point is to always hang out with people that sees the best in you. Always hang out with people that see the best in you. So don't go and hang out with people who always scold you, who always criticize you, who always say that you're not good enough. Don't hang out with people like that. Always hang out with people who admire you, who respect you, who celebrate you, who love you, who treat you well, because then that will allow you to attract more people who are like that as well. That's the key to attracting your own super fans. Okay? So, with that, wow, 今天讲了很多啊. With that, these are the 5 secrets and 5 strategies on how you can build your personal brand so that you can sell more and sell easily this year. All right. Number 1 is to dominate a niche. Number 2 is to be different, then be better. Number 3 is to make sure that you share your expertise. Number 4 is to show proof of your growing popularity. And number 5 is to be your own biggest fan. That's the most important point. All right, remember that one. Okay, so Jordan, come. I'm gonna get you in. We can do some Q&A right now, and let's see what are some of the questions that you guys might be having for me and Jordan. How is it, Jordan? You like it?
Thank you, Eric. Hey, am I mute?
No, you're okay. We can hear
okay.
you.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Wow, what a passionate and amazing sharing.
Out of all the 5 points, which one do you feel is the most valuable to you?
All 5, definitely all 5 are valuable. But if to choose one, that is a shocking thing to me that I actually overlook is be your own biggest fan.
So important.
Yeah. It's something that you have to really reach out to love yourself first before anything, right? So that is actually super inspiring for me.
I wish every one of you would take time every day to appreciate yourself, right? 当你欣赏自己的时候，世界会跟着你的节奏，也开始欣赏你。
Yes, that is very true. Yeah, I actually did something about this grateful diary, which you appreciate every single thing. I think this is somehow in line with the fact that if you can appreciate yourself, you can appreciate every single things. A lot of things will turn so beautiful and loving.
100%.
Right. So
now, I'm actually curious before we go into Q&A, right? I mean, there's so many of you watching us right now. Could you guys share with us what is your biggest takeaway? Right, let us know. So for Jordan, it's about being your own biggest fan. How about the rest of you?
Number 5.
Right, what is your biggest takeaway? So for Jordan, it's number 5. 𝓆𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜𝓜 is also number 5. What about the rest?
So I repeat again. Number 1 is dominate a niche. Number 2 is be different than be better, right?
Mm.
Number 3 is demonstrate your expertise. Number 4 is show proof of your growing popularity. And number 5, the big 5 is be your own biggest fan. All right.
That's
So
right. Yeah. You remember, good student.
I got a spy notes.
So, do we have any questions, Jordan, or we are good?
Let me take a quick look again. Yep. I think if you have any questions, please share in the group. We can quickly get Eric direct personal coaching. By the way, I feel so bad, and of course at the same time super grateful and mixed feelings that Eric actually just did a video shoot. Behind is his backdrop, white color, but turned into blue just. And and he is speaking so passionately, so much we have to learn from you. By the way, I experienced one of Eric Feng's live show before, like live coaching is super double. Like now is like super good. But if you experience on the spot, it's like, it's like light shining on you. Yeah. You remember one of the session I was there for your teaching? I was so inspired, and the energy and the feeling is speechless. I don't know how to even describe that.
Right. Hey, your followers are already putting down what they have learned. So
Yes.
let's read it. We take turns to read, okay? So
Okay.
we have Annie, Wei Wensen, also number 5. We have Yi Jin, which is dominating a niche. All right. We have
Nice.
Leon, demonstrating your expertise. Matthew, number 5.
Same.
看起来 number 5 very popular.
Yes.
Which is being your biggest fan. Who else? We have another one, Li Wenhua.
Oh, this one is a long one. Let me read.
哇 ，OK， 你帮我读好不好？
哇，帅哥，你说的非常爆炸的一句，当你欣赏自己，这个世界开始来欣赏你，一级棒。
对
That's number 5. All right.
谢谢。
哦，伊利的莉莉妹妹 number 5 also.
我是 number 5 ，Irina 是 number 4，就是 show people that you're popular, that people actually love you, you know. And then the rest of you guys is Jaden, Li Mei.
Yep, lots of number 5 and 4. All right, cool.
So go work on that.
All right, quick reminder, you got any special questions, do put in a comment. It's a great opportunity. All right, we got one coming in, Eric.
Yes, I saw the question by D-Mate. What if one is so introvert and is so uncomfortable to promote himself and herself? How to break through this fear? Well, you see, when you say that you're an introvert, right? It's the difference between an introvert and extrovert is this: that an introvert is only comfortable with some people, whereas an extrovert is comfortable with many people. Now, having said that, even though I'm a self-declared extrovert, I also sometimes have my reservations when I put out content out there. So please don't think that you are weird, you are different. You know, all of us, if you know, as human beings, we care a lot about what people think about us, right? So it's very, very normal. So for those of you who are introverts, maybe for a start, you don't have to put, you know, all your achievements and all the things I've taught you, you don't have to put it on social media first. But, you know, you can share it in your WhatsApp group or your Telegram group for your customers. Because think about it, your customers are your closest fans. Because these are people that pay money for your service. That means they already trust you. They already support you. So you can work on, you know, communicating more with them, teach more with them, you know, show your difference, right? Share with them about your life, update them about your life. Because when you do that, you're keeping in touch with your customers. Your customers will not just be customers, but become your raving fans. And that's how you get referrals, right? So don't be too worried that you need to reach out to the cold market. You can always go with your hot market, which is your customers. And once you get comfortable, then you can pick a social media platform to work on. My recommendation is that if you're very worried about, you know, putting yourself out there, start with Facebook, because in Facebook, you can control, you know, who sees your content, right? So you can add your family, your friends, you can add your customers, put them all in a custom list, and tell Facebook that whenever you post your social media content, you only want the people in your custom list to see it. And therefore, you won't have to be worried that, everybody see your content. So picking Facebook would be a great platform as a beginning if you do not want to put yourself out there. Okay, that's my advice for you.
All right.
Eugene is asking, where are you going to JB? Actually, I stay very near JB. If I drive without the checkpoint, 15 minutes can reach JB already. I can see y'all from my house from JB. I stay in Woodlands,
Yeah, gosh.
With COVID-19, maybe in future when there's no more COVID-19, then I'll be more than happy to come and look for you guys. And then we can hang out together and chang karaoke.
And durian. Eric loves durian.
Okay, only lah. I mean, I'm not crazy.
Are you sure?
I love tricky food though. I love going to JB.
We got another question, Eric. It's actually from Larry, our big brother in DMG. He asked you a question: how to create branding in real estate when you are still brand new?
Well, I would say that if you're new to real estate, right, document your learning journey. So you see, a lot of your customers are equally new to real estate. They don't know much about how to recognize a good property. They don't know which area in JB or Singapore has high value property. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know about taxation, how to get a loan from bank. There are a lot of questions that your customers don't know, right? Just like you. So what you do is, when you go into this business, when you learn something, share it on social media, right? When it comes to social media, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a teacher. You can be a student. You can position yourself as a student that, you know what, guys, I'm new in this business. I'm going to share with you everything I know about this business. And you have no intention to sell. You're just being generous. You're just sharing. And that itself will be a very good way for you to start your branding as well. And then, of course, whenever you successfully close a customer, make sure you share that with your social media followers so that they know that you have improved, you have progressed, you're doing better, and that's how you start getting your supporters. When I first started, I'm not a global speaker. I speak only to 10 people, 15 people. How can I be an expert in public speaking? I did not sell myself that way. I didn't position myself that way. Instead, what I do is I tell them that, hey guys, I read a lot of books about public speaking, and I want to share with you what I have learned. So that's one way. The second way that all of you, not just newbies, okay, all of you should do is you need to start documenting your life. You see, especially when I follow you on Facebook or I follow you on Instagram, I don't want to only know your knowledge. I want to know your heart. I want to know your life. Right? People go to Facebook to be entertained. People go to Facebook to laugh, to learn, to be inspired. So one of the piece of content that every one of you should start documenting is personal stories. Whenever something interesting happened to you, something funny happened to you, something inspiring happened to you, something frustrating, something surprising happens to you, share it, tell the story, all right? People like your lifestyle, all right? This is how people start to get close to you. For example, about 3 days ago, I was hanging out with my mom and my dad, right? And then my dad suddenly started telling me bad news. He said that, one of the lady in Singapore, her son just did very well in his examination, and she went out to buy him his favorite sushi. Halfway as she's crossing the road, she got knocked down by a lorry. I was like, what the? And the lady died on the spot. So the son is so sad. The mother go out, buy his favorite sushi and died, But the son forgave the truck driver. And I was like, oh my God, that is so sad. He said, wait, I tell you even sadder news. He said, my taxi driver friend, he was driving his taxi and then got knocked at the back. He went out to check the car, and suddenly the third car knocked the second car. The second car knocked his leg. He broke his leg. And I was like, Papa, 为什么你跟我讲这么多坏消息? From a happy person, right? I become super depressed. And then I told my dad, can you please share with me something interesting? And then he took out his handphone and then he showed me some cat videos. All right, and then we started laughing again. So I share that, with people because it's so natural, right? That we always, by default, will always focus on bad news. We don't focus on the good news. And I just share that. And then people will start commenting, oh my God, the news is very sad. Or they were like, oh yeah, the cat video is funny. Oh my God, your father is so funny. My father always do the same thing. Always tell me all the news that he watched. He's like macam like a reporter like that. So it's very natural. I never need to think about content. I just live my life. And hopefully you guys live an interesting life. And you just got to share all the interesting things that happen to you. This is how people start to get to know you and like you. That's the key. All right? That's how you do it. So excellent question.
All right.
Excellent question. Whoever
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Speaking of which, right, I'm one of the example also because I am a student of Eric for personal branding. So today I was asked to share about personal branding to the chat group. I mean to the page. So I immediately called Eric and said, "Hey, Sifu, can you please do this for me? Because I never do online live, especially like this." So today I actually feel definitely very comfortable as a student. Hosting this together with you. I don't feel any stress, although there's lots of paper flying around on my desk. I really enjoy today's session. Thank you so much.
Jordan,
so I'm a student today.
I want to tell all of you this, guys. You don't have to put pressure when you create content, as long your intention is the right place. Every time you create a piece of content, whether it's an Instagram story, a live stream, a video, or a piece of paragraph, just tell yourself, I want to help someone. I want to add value. And there are many ways to add value. Sometimes adding value is about sharing about your life so that people feel relatable to you, right? They feel that they are not alone. That's also value. Sometimes your value is you share something funny, you make people laugh. Sometimes your value is do live stream like this where you share what you learn. It's useful and people find it valuable. Or sometimes you see something that makes you go, wow, I'm inspired. You share that with people. That's also value. 只要你的心是做对的事情的话，你不用担心人家怎么看你，明白吗？最重要是你的出发点在哪里？你的出发点呢，是为了加价值，没有任何人说的话可以打倒你的心，明白吗 ？Unless your motivation is I want people to like me, I want to get a lot of views, I want to get a lot of likes. Then obviously every day you'll be upset. Your mood will be like stock market. Because sometimes people might watch your content, sometimes people might not watch your content. You never know. And you must understand something. We are not influencers, all right? We are not earning money by sponsorship, by number of views. As a real estate agent, even if one person watch your live stream and they buy a property from you, you make $10,000. That's even more than an influencer out there. We are very different, guys. We are entrepreneurs using social media to teach, using social media to connect with people, all right? Using social media to do business. 哪怕只有一个人看你的话，如果那个一个人呢当成你的顾客的话， you will still make more money than everybody else out there. That's our benefit of being an entrepreneur. Got it? So don't be too worried about the likes and the comments and the shares. Take that as feedback. Every time you don't get a lot of views and likes, that means we can improve our marketing. But never ever think that you are not good. Don't see it that way. Don't judge your self-worth according to the likes and shares. No. All the likes and shares are just feedback for you. The key thing you must ask yourself every day when you put out a piece of content is, do you put in your 120% in wanting to add value? 只要你心是对的，任何人不能打倒你的。
All right, cool stuff, Eric. We got a questions here. Hi, Eric. Any coming trend you forecast for personal branding in real estate industry?
I would say that, in the real estate world especially, right, you guys have been using a lot of social media to run ads. We see a lot of that, right? You post listings, you do a lot of very nice videos to promote the houses. Everyone is already doing that. So the next level, right, is really your video skills, right? Your ability to tell stories about the apartment or the ability to tell stories about yourself. In other words, I like all of you guys in 2021 to focus more on selling yourself more than the property. The property sells itself if you are highly sought after. If you are a celebrity realtor, 你讲什么话大家都买. You don't have to over promote the property because you're a superstar real estate agent, I want to do business with you. Now then you will tell me, but not everybody can be a superstar. No, you don't have to be a big superstar. As long as that person treat you as a superstar, that person can already do business with you. All right. So it's not about having a lot of followers, but it's about the quality of your relationship with your followers. It's not about having 10,000 followers. It's about having 100 followers who see you as a somebody. If you get that, you will do very well in 2021. So don't think that it's about I got 10,000 followers who don't really know you very well. No, I want just 100 followers who know you, like you, respect you, will love you, who only want to do business with you. You do that, you'll do very well in 2021.
All right, super cool. Next questions, Eric. Are you still okay to take on another one or two?
Let's do one more question.
All right. How to deal with bad comments in social media? This is a good one.
I love it. Well, you can't control the bad comments because you must understand, right? You all put yourself out there on social media. The reason why you put yourself out on social media is because you want to benefit from social media, right? So you cannot be, I want all the good of social media, but I don't want the bad of social media. Cannot, like. It's like when you like someone, you like everything about the person. So bad comments is part and parcel of playing the social media game, right? So that's number one thing you need to understand. And number two, you need to ask yourself, when you read that comment, is that comment constructive? Does it help you improve? If it helps you improve, listen to it, improve. But if it doesn't help you improve, it just say you suck, but it doesn't give you feedback, then it is not valuable to you. Chuck it aside. All right. The key thing is this: pay attention to the feedback of people that you value. Like, for example, if a stranger out there who you don't even respect tell you suck, why would you care? But if your son, whom you love a lot, tells you you suck, then you should be very sad. Because your son is more important than the stranger out there. So the key thing is ask yourself, whose opinion matters to you? Limit that number of people. To your family members, maybe to your close friends, to your mentors, to your shifu, to your agency directors. Everybody else's opinion doesn't matter. When that happens, you immune yourself. You make yourself a lot more immune to negative comments. Got it? Okay, oops. I think Jordan disappeared. All right. So, but anyway, guys, just to let you guys know also, if you have any more questions, social media is not going to be an overnight thing. 不是一朝一日你就可以学到完。So if you guys have any more questions that you want to ask me about social media, the best way to ask me is definitely on Instagram, Eric Goes Global. Feel free to. I have some problem with my DMs right now, so you probably may not be able to Instagram me. But if for some reason you cannot reach out to me on Instagram, then go talk to Jordan. Jordan has my telephone number. He will forward me your questions. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. Jordan, can you show them my Telegram channel?
Yes, I'll do that. Just right away. Jordan, please show the PowerPoint. Thank you.
So another thing that, okay, I'm going to put down my Instagram handle so that you guys can follow me and you can ask me more questions on Instagram. Okay. Let me go Eric Goes Global. Okay. All right, so I already shared with you guys already. The second thing that would be very useful for you is this thing called social media growth hacks. I've set up a Telegram channel where I share everything I know about social media there. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything. All right, so all you need to do is just take a picture of that QR code and you'll immediately join the Telegram channel, and a lot of very useful things that you can learn from there. So I think that's the next best thing you can do to pick my brain to learn from me. Back to you, Jordan.
All right, and Eric, I would like to also share about your this coming Friday sessions about the Instagram learning. So
okay.
This is so these are some of the information. Would you like to tell us a little bit?
Sure. Okay. How many of you here, if you are actually using more Instagram than Facebook? Let us know in the comment section. Put down there IG, okay? But this Friday, I'm running a one-day masterclass to teach you how to get 10 sales every month from Instagram without running ads. Okay, let me repeat that. So this Friday, I'm going to be running an Instagram masterclass to teach you how to get 10 sales every month without running ads. So these are all the things I'll be teaching you. It's going to be done in English. If you understand my English, then you will understand the masterclass. Not only when you attend the class, you'll be getting a video recording. You'll also be getting a 30-day action plan as well. So if you want to find out more about that program, you want to get sales, like hardcore sales, all right, from Instagram, not just followers. No point having followers, but no customers. But if you want 10 customers on social media, there is a certain strategy I use to help real estate agents get sales without running ads. If you want to know how to do that, all you need to do is just leave a comment, IG, just put IG in the comment section, and my team will reach out to you to send you more information about that. Or you can just talk to Jordan, and Jordan will point you my way.
Yes, thank you, Eric. And if you've got more questions, just now I drop out a bit. So if you've got any more questions, just type in the comment chat. I will feedback to Eric Sifu and then get back to you accordingly. All right. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
Much. Yeah, you have a
Wish you
good
guys
rest.
success, okay? And happy Chinese New Year. 恭喜恭喜恭喜恭喜！
恭喜发财，拜个早年。
拜个早年。
Alright. Thank you so
All right,
much,
see you
everyone.
guys.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Cheers.